Have you ever been reading through a stack of comics and thought, maybe I should see what this Arkham Asylum game is all about? Or been playing Marvel vs. Capcom and felt like you were at a real disadvantage since you didn't know who half the characters were? Well, Play Comics is the show for you. I'm Chris, and each episode we take a look at video games based on comic properties and how well they stick to that source material. So whether you know the comics and want to know how all these games work, or you know the games and want to find out where all this craziness came from, go check out Play Comics at playcomics.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, episode 61. I'm, of course, your host, Taylor, and this week I'm only joined by two other people, but they are, of course, the long-standing members. Andrew, welcome back. How are you?
I feel like I've time traveled. It's been a long time. I don't even know what day it is anymore.
It's, what is it, Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Okay.
But we're here, we're back. I'm feeling sick, but I'm pushing through.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And then Anthony, you're of course also here. You're surviving.
Yep.
Surviving Australia.
Well, if it's not one thing, it's another thing. Here, it's kind of cool. I'm actually wearing a jumper for once, which is good, or a hoodie, whatever you people call it.
Yes, there we go.
And in 2 states away, they've got shocking bushfires. So hooray for Australia! Awesome place.
Yeah, one of our editors might be affected by that, right? What's going on with her?
Yeah, so it's apparently nearly as bad as Black Saturday, which was a fire we had here about 7 or 8 years ago and wiped out a whole town, and quite a few people died in it as well, unfortunately. And this fire is basically this new one. Well, it's been going for like 2 days or so. Is surrounding like 4 or 5 towns. So it's cut off the main freeway through the area, which it's kind of a country-ish area. But hopefully apparently the wind's supposed to change and push it the other way back on itself, which should burn it out, which should be good. So hopefully fingers crossed there.
Okay. So last year, did you guys in Australia ever catch wind of California's fire issue?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we never, like, we haven't, at least I haven't seen on the news yet, anything about the Australia fire.
Australian stuff doesn't get covered. Did you hear about the cyclone 2 years ago?
Yes,
yeah,
I always heard
okay.
about that.
Yeah, okay. I guess this one's not, like, it's big, but it's not overly big kind of thing. So it's not really international newsworthy yet, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So what have you guys been playing this past week? How's gaming been going?
A lot of Apex Legends, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Okay.
It's been a lot of that game. I've now fully committed, I think, to Mirage. He's very fun to play as.
Bamboozled.
oh no, you're gonna steal me character.
No, it's okay. I like both. But I was playing with him last night, and it's like it works. I can't believe how dumb that ability is.
I know. It works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like flanking one way and then send him out the other way, and then it's great, man. I love that.
Yeah.
But besides that, I was talking to Anthony a little bit about this the other day. We were playing Apex, but Tetris 99.
How is that?
Okay, I was telling Anthony I didn't think I liked it.
Okay.
And then I started to realize how to play it a little differently. Like it's not compared to like Tetris Effect.
Yeah.
You get like one next piece. So you can't really plan too far ahead. You're like, okay, my next piece is this. I can do this move. Yada yada yada. And this one you get like 6 or 5 extra pieces.
Oh.
You know, you can see.
Okay.
Yeah, or like you can see in the corner.
Yeah.
So you can really like, if you're good at the game, which I'm not great, you know, you can like really plan out your next move and be fast, and then like get the and I'm still learning how to play. Like, do I want to go for Tetrises? Do I want to go for triples or doubles? I gotta learn how to T-spin. But yeah, I go back and forth where I like die at like below 50 and I'm angry, and then I get to like second place and I'm just like having a heart attack. And I'm like, yeah, this game's great. Never mind. I take it all back. It's It's fantastic. So yeah, I'm having a real love-hate relationship, and I've only played it for like 3 hours, and I haven't won yet, so I'm a little bummed.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we'll get there. It's a fun game.
All right.
But that's about it. I'm looking forward. I'm downloading Ape Out right now. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one.
No,
It's like a weird,
Kind of.
it's like I want to say it's Devolver Digital. It's like a weird game where you play as like an ape and you're just wrecking people. It looks nuts. The like dynamic soundtrack, like jazz drums.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to doing that on the Switch this weekend. And then maybe if I have some time, some Toe Jam in a row as well as one yesterday.
All right.
Hopefully a big weekend for games.
Yeah, you got quite the lineup there. Anthony, how about yourself? What you been playing?
Well, Andrew forced me to download Rainbow Six again.
Nice.
So kind of playing through some of that. And got a few kills, which is always good. I'm much better than what I was like when I first got it. That was like the first multiplayer kind of shooter I got into on PC.
Yeah.
And I was really bad.
I remember playing your first games with you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Getting screamed at by that guy and I had him muted. That was good.
I know, that was great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Okay.
Aside from that, Apex, of course, was watching some Shroud yesterday, and he inspired me a little bit.
He makes it look way too easy.
I know, it's just insane. He's just sitting there, and he's got like 15 kills. And he's like, oh yeah, that was okay. But I kind of jumped on it last night and have tweaked my playstyle a little bit, so I'm getting a lot more kills now. So there's one match where I got like 6 kills, I think. I was absolutely unstoppable, which was great. Haven't won a match in a while, which is not good, but whatever. But it's the kills where I'm at, so I'm seem to be hitting targets a lot more, which is good.
That's good.
Aside from that, finished up the Trials Rising reviews I was doing.
Yeah.
You can check that out, obviously, on the site, cultureofgaming.com. And aside from that, that's about it, I think. I haven't really been gaming like Mass Effect or anything like that this week that much, so
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I've still been.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say when Anthony was like talking yesterday in our Discord, he's like, "Oh man, I got like so many kills, I can't get a win." I was literally just got off a game where I had 0 kills and I won. Like my team just carried me all last night. I had like 3 wins last night. I was just carried completely.
I don't know. I
felt so good.
I've been having similar experiences this past week on Apex Legends also.
Pretty
So I would just main Bloodhound, honestly.
nice.
It's like he's really fun. It's really fun. I don't know, like
Whatever.
It's probably got
It
a
is.
Mozambique between its legs or something. He's like
They're a fun character.
Yeah, they're a fun character. You know, it's kind of a trip. You know, because like you just start seeing crows everywhere, and it's like, oh, someone's close. We're about to fight. Oh boy, the adrenaline starts pumping a little bit. But yeah, we talked about tweaking playstyles and everything. I've started playing a lot more aggressive, or as my friends and I call it, kind of like alpha. So it's like we'll just drop where everyone's going and just try and kick everybody's ass, try and get better at the game, etc., etc. Yeah, there was this one, I don't know, the group of 2 other friends I was playing with the past few nights. We could never quite close it out. Like, we got up like 5 or 6 second places in a row. Yeah, and it was just like we just couldn't quite close it out. I had this really insane game where I soloed an entire squad with a Mastiff, so that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Ended the game with like 7 kills, and we still came in second place. It's like, oh, it feels really bad. Because, like, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's like the only fight you ever need to win is going to be the last one.
Exactly.
This is the last one. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we had a similar experience when me and Anthony were playing. We like did nothing all game. We're all dead. Just took out like 2 guys. We're like, all right, we won. Cool.
No. All right, and then
last one counts.
Yeah, and then other than that, bit of Civ 6 because they had Gathering Storm, their expansion, come out, so that's still kind of fun to play. I have a buddy that I usually play it with. You just play like very militaristically in the game, and then it's like I like to play very like science oriented. So it's like, you know, people have swordsmen, and here I come rolling up with like musketmen. So
Can you ever like get past a certain point, or do you always die in the same area, or because I can never seem to get past like muskets and all that kind of thing,
Oh,
and
really?
I just like either get wiped out by another army, or my whole kind of science and all that kind of stalls a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, I probably don't know how to play it very well, but whatever.
No, I routinely like complete games.
Okay.
Yeah, finish.
I don't think I've
games.
ever completed one. So.
Okay.
How long do they take for a game?
It depends on what speed you're on or something. On Epic, which is like my preferred style and everything, because I like the balance of time. It's like around 3 hours, depending on
okay.
how I play. Because I work through it really quick, because I have a lot of times where I'm just like next turn, and it's about 750 turns for a game of Epic or so.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah. And then, yeah, that about does it for the week. Once again, this is the Power Up Podcast being recorded on March 2nd, 2019. Is now March. Beware of the odds of March. Yeah. What's up?
Or third in Australia.
Yeah, we're in the US. It's okay.
Well, whatever.
Okay. And yeah, the main site is, of course, cultureofgaming.com. We have a Facebook community group that is facebook.com/powerpod and facebook.com/tog.net. We have a community Discord, which is cultureofgaming.com. You can find it on the sidebar. And Discord now has a server search function, so I'm pretty sure if you were to search our server in Discord, you could probably find us also, and it should be open to join. If not, I'm sure we'll accept your invite to join. And then let's see, Twitter @cog.net, Instagram.com/cultureofgaming, YouTube.com/cultureofgaming, Twitch.tv/cultureofgaming, MySpace.com/powerpod. You guys, the audience, can be asking us questions as we are live, and we will do our best to answer them as we see fit. But we do prefer that you ask questions through either the live Twitch chat or on Twitter or on our community Discord, so we can see it a little bit more instantaneously there. All right, so gaming news this week. Let's try to get into it, I guess. So Gen 8 has come, right? It's Gen 8 Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
We got Pokemon Sword and Shield, or my two favorite variants of it, Pokemon AC-130 and Pokemon Tactical Nuke. Weapons are now fair game, right? So
I saw a really good one was Pokemon Bat, Pokemon Knife. Just went from the Giant Bomb community to that one. That was fantastic.
it's really good. Can I just, what do you think the third SKU will be named? I think it'll be like Pokemon Pike or something, or like Pokemon Spear or something, you know?
Do they have to? Are they having a third one?
I assume. I mean, it's like with Diamond and Pearl, we got Platinum, you know?
Well, you could do like, I don't know, like a ranged weapon like Pokemon Crossbow or something. I don't know.
Pokemon Crossbow.
Bow and arrow probably over anything.
Yeah.
Crossbow with 60% torque and
Pokemon English Longbow, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so so the English joke was in reference to the region. I forget the name of the region. You guys have it off the top of your head, the new region?
Google be my friend.
All right. While he's figuring that out, the new region is slightly kind of modeled after London, or not London rather, but more of like Britain, UK. So yeah, you got like kind of the really snowy mountains up in the north and everything. You got a more urban environment towards the south and central, everything, and the more woodsy in the more southern region. So yeah. And have you guys seen the 3 starters? Guess that's a decent.
I did see
yes.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. What
I don't know their names.
Okay. I don't know their names either. We know that there's the monkey turtle grass type.
Okay.
There's the
Okay.
There's the fire bunny fire type, obviously. And then there's the mudkip squirrel water type. And that's kind of how I've compartmentalized them in my head. So
they didn't get a.
The region is called Galar, by the way,
Galar?
which is actually Galar, which is actually a bird. Well, it's not the same spelling, but a bird is called that here at Galar, funnily enough.
Okay.
So, easy to remember.
Never heard of that bird before.
It's like a red and white parrot kind of thing, but
Okay.
whatever. Not important. Well, Grookey, Score Bunny, and Sobble are the names of the 3 starting characters.
Yeah, so Grookey is the grass type, Score Bunny is the fire type, and Squabble is the water type.
Correct.
All right.
Which ones will you main out of if you end up buying this? What one do you reckon you'll go for?
I've always chosen grass type through the years, so I'll probably just stick with that. Although I will say I think the grass type looks the least appealing out of the 3. So, but I'll still probably pick him anyway.
Fair enough.
So you play a lot of Pokemon, Taylor?
I haven't I haven't really played a Pokemon game since Gen 4,
Alright.
which was
Wait,
Diamond and Pearl.
Anthony, what about you? You don't play that often, right?
I've played a couple. I've emulated a couple, and I've got Let's Go.
Okay.
Let's
I
go.
was just curious if like people still want the fire, water, and grass starters. They didn't like. I don't know. It just seems like they keep doing the same thing. But I don't play Pokemon, so I guess I don't know.
An interesting point off that. To me, it's very kind of. It's not. I like. See, I'm more into the whole Mega Evolution kind of thing. So I like crazy out there starter Pokemon. Like, even though it is technically fire, Tepig was always my favorite one to start with. But something that's. I would like to see them do something a little bit different. Like, I don't know. They've obviously done electricity, but like something kind of Mega Evolution-y kind of thing.
Throw ghosts in there. Just do something weird.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I will say I might get crucified for this next like train of thought, but like I will say I'm not sure whether or not like this traditional conventional Pokemon game is going to appeal to me anymore, you know, because like one of the reasons why it's like so it's like I grew up playing Red and Blue, and then like Fire Red and Leaf Green and everything, and that was Kanto region, and then it's like you know I played Ruby and Sapphire, etc., etc. But anyway, the point is that when Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee came out and everything, I absolutely loved that game because like it had been years since I'd seen Kanto, and it's like I still kind of knew the layout of everything and whatnot. That was all fine and good, but it was like the way they did it is that it's like they made it feel a lot less formulaic and monotonous.
Okay.
To like go through and everything. So I hope that like they adopt that sort of thing from Let's Go and not make it as traditional as past Pokemon games, because it's like I'm not too sure if that will appeal to me, because like it is very like tedious and it takes a lot of micromanaging to, you know, have a Pokemon that you use to like damage whatever creature you're fighting in the wild to catch. So
I kind of agree. Like the whole being able to see your Pokemon before you kind of battle it or catch it or whatever was an element that I really liked in Let's Go. One thing that I did kind of miss was the whole battling mechanic, as far as like battling a wild Pokemon to catch it.
okay.
I think if they kind of toned that down a little bit and made it a little bit easier to catch Pokemon rather than having to kind of rinse and repeat every Pokemon you come across. Particularly if you're running into wild Pokemon you can't see and it's another old Spearow or whatever. I would like to see them kind of tone that down a little bit, like the whole battling element. I'd still like to see it in there, but not so much as what it has been in previous games. And I'm kind of with you, Taylor. I don't really see this kind of appealing to me, just mainly because of the whole not being able to see what you're going after.
Right. It was just like, so I really hope that it's more in line, like mechanically, with Let's Go, everything, because I had a ton of fun playing that game. But if it's gonna be the same, like the same formulation as like the past generations, then I'm just,
Right.
I just don't know.
Like a more traditional JRPG.
Yeah, it's like I just don't know at this point, because like, you know, I haven't played. I really haven't played like one of those mainline Pokemon games since Platinum, technically. And then before that, Diamond, and so Platinum, which was the third SKU of Diamond and Pearl of Gen 4 there. And so it's like, you know, it's like there are some people out there that this will be their 8th time going through that whole...
Yeah. Or first.
Yeah, or first.
So.
Yeah, but at the same I mean, I imagine the magic is still kind of there for people, it being their first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like, especially if it's, you know, it's on Switch, it's a huge console right now. Kids love it. So, kind of, I don't know. Could be cool for them.
I mean, I kind of like, I think the last one I played was like the last mainline Pokemon was Heart Gold or Soul Silver or something like that.
Okay.
They definitely upped the whole story element of it, of like, you kind of a team this time and you got to do this and you got to do that. It's just, it's the main grievance that I have is not being able to see Pokemon that I'm going to catch. That is something that really frustrates me, particularly with the kind of DS Dragon Quest games. That was something that and Final Fantasy. I don't like Final Fantasy when you can't see what you're going after. It's really annoying to me, like random battles and whatever.
Yeah.
So
we know that for sure. You're not going to see it.
Well, they've already shown it, but they've already shown kind of the battling mechanic and running into Pokemon and whatnot. So unless they change it.
Oh, I haven't seen anything about it because.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, this is kind of a what if for me on whether or not I pick up. I will say I really like the new shape. So they're completely reusing a lot of the assets from the Pokemon Let's Go engine that were on the Switch, but they redid how shading is drawn, and so this game looks a little bit more anime-ish, if that makes any sense. Like like the models look more drawn.
Sure.
It looks more Dragon Questy.
Yes, that's the best way of putting it, which I think is a step in the right direction, honestly. So,
You don't want photorealistic Pokemon?
I mean, we're getting that in June, aren't we? With or May or whatever. With
come on, that was Pokemon Go out in the real world.
Oh man, you guys see that second trailer for Detective Pikachu?
A little bit of it, not the whole thing.
Pikachu says hell. Okay.
Yeah.
Pikachu says hell.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, you didn't get your Danny DeVito, so that's
the best thing.
you can't replace that.
Yeah.
It's so wild how just he sounds like Robin. I'm like it looks fine, but I just like looking at Pikachu. He sounds. I will never get a, whatever.
Yeah. Particularly the way he says, like, when he's being attacked or whatever, like the high-pitched pika. It sounds too much like him. It's too, like, it doesn't sound like Pikachu. It's funny.
It sounds fake.
It definitely sounds like a grown man trying to imitate Pikachu.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It's such a contrast, like if you watch the anime or something, you hear Pikachu, and then you hear Ryan Reynolds Pikachu, and it's like,
Trying to do it.
hello. Yeah.
He gave it 100% at least, so it's a good start.
Yeah. No, I can't wait to see the movie. I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot.
I don't know. I saw this second trailer, and these Pokemons are weirding me out. I must say, they look just strange. They look too fake.
Okay.
They look
That's
too
interesting.
fake. Yeah.
Like the weird fur on some of them.
I mean, there was one of them that I saw that was just like, nah, this doesn't look right. Nah, this looks like some kind of thing that was cooked up in a lab, but it's not.
The Mr. Mime looked really weird in the first one.
Yeah.
I think that's the only problem I have, is the Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime.
Yeah.
It's
That's
pretty
like,
scary.
I don't understand how like a creature that was organically made can look like that, you know? It's like, I don't understand what combination of life needs to come together that made that. You know, kind of as Anthony said, it looks like, someone developed him in a lab and released
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Just like test tube or whatever.
Yeah.
Charizard looks amazing though, I must say.
Yeah, Charizard looks cool. I mean, he looks like legit like a reptile, like dragons should kind of look like IMO. A little bit more. Yeah.
At least he's not furry, that's a good start.
That would have been
Furry
weird.
Charizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I don't want to get into that. Last thing. So with Gen 8, with the announcement, all sorts of memes. Oh my gosh, I love all the memes. As I said in the intro, now that weapons are game, right? It's like, there's Pokemon AC-130 now. Pokemon Tactical Nuke. Stuff like that. We did Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
And then also, the surprise Pikachu meme? Surprise Pikachu meme. It looks like he's been replaced by the water starter, whose name I've already Squabble. Because because Squabble kind of has the same like surprise shocked look on his face.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
There's something that I saw about that ages ago that had like a Microsoft meme on Pikachu's face.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like this shocked, and then Microsoft with no exclusives or whatever it was. So it was pretty funny.
That was definitely my favorite meme format of 2018. Was surprise Pikachu. Not gonna lie.
Fair enough.
All right, so another game, or it's like, well, we've had the aftermath of a game release this week. Anthem had its worldwide retail release.
Next.
What just happened to Andrew? Okay. Oh.
You froze.
Yeah, you're good now. You froze and like your hand was on your head, so it was just like, oh, is he okay?
Kill me now.
My computer's been a little funky.
Okay. So Anthem sales have tanked now that the game is like officially out and everything. 50% of what Mass Effect Andromedas are, or were, because that game doesn't really sell anything anymore, and 25% of what Dragon Age Inquisition made.
Oh,
That's including digital and stuff?
Yes,
Or-
that's including
That's
digital.
everything.
Although one thing that I will say is that I don't think it counts the people that have that play the game via the Origin Premiere.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah. So
To be honest, awesome. I reckon great. They need to wake up and do a better job. To be honest.
and then
And also it was on Xbox Game Pass. No,
is it?
No,
I think it might
don't
be,
believe
actually.
so.
Or no, EA has
It's
a
on the-
similar service for Xbox.
Oh, yeah,
like they do on
EA
Origin.
Access.
EA, okay, yeah.
yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
on there too.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it's very similar to what do they call it? Origin Access on.
yeah, Origin
Maybe.
Access on PC.
It's the same pricing and the same games and all that kind of stuff. So it's basically exactly the same, but just called EA Access. Weirdly enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, this definitely didn't turn out to be the swan song that EA needed, so to speak. You know, yeah, it's like, so the past two big releases from EA were Battlefield 5 and Anthem, at least anticipated releases. No one expected Apex Legends, but you know that's obviously going to recover a pretty penny from this quarter profit earning. And yeah, Battlefield 5 didn't sell that well either. You know, it failed to meet EA's sales expectations.
It's funny, like you see EA Access, which released Apex Legends, which released like a week before Anthem came out, or a week.
It's weird. Depends on what version of Anthem you bought, right?
Yeah.
So, this is a kind of question that I've been thinking for a while. Do we think that the Anthem guys kind of went to Respawn and were like, hey, our game's going to be really bad. Can you do something up to kind of help us out to kind of recover EA's profits?
No, I don't think so, actually, because I saw this on the Apex Legends subreddit. 11 months ago, someone in the Titanfall subreddit leaked the Titanfall Battle Royale map, allegedly, and it's very, very close. Like, everything is in relatively the same place. Or it's like about the same place. Yeah, it has some same names. Some names were changed, and then you know some places of the current Apex Legends map have been built out more and everything. But it's like no one cared. That's the thing. No one cared about it. People were like, "Oh, this is fake. This is dumb. There's no way Apex or Respawn is doing Battle Royale." So I mean, Apex Legends has definitely been in the work for, I would say, a year and a half. Yeah, at least a year. I would say probably. I would be surprised if it was in development since Titanfall 2, honestly.
Probably, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was sure there was something that I read that said they were looking at putting, or maybe it was just one of my theories, they were looking at putting this as like a DLC for Titanfall 3, I think. And then they kind of scrapped it, but then moved the project on for more longer term and kind of came back to it a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah. I might be completely wrong, but I thought there was something about that I read. I'm not too sure.
Okay. But yeah, I do kind of think that it's like Apex Legends was planned and in the works for a while, but yeah, and it's like I don't think BioWare asked Respawn to cover this for us, Yeah. So Anthony, you seem to think that it's kind of a good thing that Anthem flopped.
I mean, it depends on how BioWare and EA takes it. Really, it depends on what they're getting. I mean, if the profits have been remade through Apex Legends, or if they have a good year anyway, or it kind of depends on how they go altogether. I think if they had kind of a bad year and Anthem was like their shot in the dark to kind of redeem things, it would be a good thing. I still think it is a good thing. I think they really need to change their EA games in general, like Battlefront 2, Battlefield 5, Andromeda. They really need to change something in order to get back on how they were 4 or 5 years ago, or even 6 years ago with the whole Titanfall. Even Titanfall 2 was good. That was a year and a half ago. And it's
to be 3 this year, actually. Titanfall 2 is.
Yeah,
3 this year.
True, yeah. So I think they really need to change their formula and get an idea. I don't know. They need. It's frustrating. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good point though. It's like clearly whatever is happening during the game design process of EA games lately, it's like something happens like at some point during that process where it's like things go wrong, things go bad, and everything, and it's like core ideas or elements are significantly changed. past the developer's original vision or intent, possibly, and it's just like, oh, this doesn't quite work with this. Let's try this other system. This other system doesn't work quite as well with other systems already present, and so it creates this weird kind of mishmash of systems and gameplay and everything, or just there's a disconnect somewhere. I mean, it's the easiest way of saying it. Andrew, were you expecting bigger things from Anthem, or is this kind of expected for you?
I don't know. Like, I didn't know what to expect. It was such a weird thing. We saw like a good amount of it, and there was always that question of like, I don't think there's going to be story there.
Yeah.
Like everyone kind of always had that feeling. Like, it doesn't look like there's going to be a story.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part, like I guess there is, but I don't think it's. I've heard from I never played it, but I've heard it's not fantastic. So I don't know. So it's like you're thinking, when you think of a Bioware game, you're like, oh, this is a fantastic story with great characters and all this stuff. And obviously that Bioware is not Bioware. That's not the same Bioware. It's no longer the Bioware we associate with Mass Effect, the original trilogy, or even Dragon Age. It's not the same people, probably.
Yeah.
So taking that game and being like, this is a Bioware game, the traditional Bioware game, I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Okay.
I mean, you can look at Andromeda, you can look at this game. So,
It's like BioWare is almost following what happened to like Call of Duty and everything. It's like you hit a
either getting folded into like a bigger kind of umbrella.
Yeah, or rather, it's like they had a string of like really good games and everything. Between Mass Effect and Dragon Age and everything, and then they hit one that didn't quite appeal to people, and then they hit another one that didn't appeal to people. Just stuff like that. So just kind of a string of bad releases. I can't believe that we're actually getting a game that people are calling worse than Andromeda.
Is that true? It's not worse than Andromeda, though. That's got to be hyperbolic. I mean, Andromeda was like broken.
Yeah, okay, that's more reasonable to think. Yeah, because Anthem, to its credit, didn't there were a lot less technical issues present with Anthem than there were in Andromeda. So at least
I've heard there's some issues, like some really weird ones.
Yeah, there's some weird issues, and this didn't relate to a bigger point I want to make later, but it's like there's some weird issues with the engine that are present in Anthem that we also saw pop up in Andromeda. But other than that, it's like Anthem is a lot more technically of a sound game than Andromeda. But I think in terms of story and in terms of gameplay, and everything, actually gameplay, to be honest, that Andromeda is superior.
Okay, so you played both?
Yes, I played both.
Okay.
I finished Anthem's story, which, if there was a story in Anthem, I don't remember it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think Andromeda only really did well because it was kind of after the Mass Effect hype. Okay. Everyone was like, oh, it's another Mass Effect game, better check it out. Even after reviews came out and all that kind of thing, like I did that. I was like 2 months after it came out, oh yeah, I'll check this out. A week later, no, I'm not going back to this. I really think it needs to be that BioWare needs to have like a higher up staff shakedown.
Okay.
A bit. Get rid of a few people. Same with EA.
Okay.
Like, get rid of the CEO, get rid of a lot of people, and start again. Go back to your basics. Go back to what made you good in the first place, like the original Star Wars games and all that kind of stuff. Just go back to your roots.
I mean, you see games like Destiny come out and how big those are. And I feel like Anthem tries to like kind of copy that formula a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously with a little bit of twist and different, and it just doesn't work. I think that if Anthem came out, 2016, it'd probably be a good game. But we're now in 2019, and it's not gonna hold up.
Right. I would say like, if Anthem released before The Division 1 and before Destiny 2, it would be in a much better spot. Like, it would be in a much better spot than what happened to it. But, it's 2019, we've experienced The Division, we've experienced Destiny 1 and 2 now, and it's like, it's like we understand.
Different.
Yeah, it's like, we now understand, or it's like, people should at least understand how this whole games as a service intention and model should work. So it's like you get a game that released in 2019 that, hardly follows that model, let alone competently executes it. And it's like, really? I've learned nothing? Although I will say this, though. Anthem definitely shows that it was a game with very troubled development. and that I would say they probably had to significantly restart development, or at least parts of development, 2 or 3 times over the course of the development cycle. There's no way that like the game in its current like state and form was worked on continuously for whatever it is, 7 years now, 6-7 years. So
Oh wow.
yeah. And I think so much of the developmental issues comes from the internal like EA mandate that every EA game now has to use the Frostbite engine. That's the thing, because we saw a lot of the RPG, like the issues that, or a lot of elements that make an RPG game, an RPG set aside from FPS and everything, that had issues. Those same issues that were in Andromeda as a result of the engine are also present in Anthem, but to a lesser extent. So it's like, they definitely refined and improved it as much as possible, but they're still engine issues.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. It's just they need to do something different. Simple as that. So,
and then I guess we're also doing a new Need for Speed this year,
That's
heck.
possible.
as
yeah.
per an investor call that EA had.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Huh.
So
Yay.
And they just make like a Fast and the Furious style game, then they'll be fine.
I mean, that's
But
what
we'll see if they-
what Most Wanted, or was it Most Wanted?
It was one of the older
Payback.
ones, but
Payback. That's what Payback. The one of the
people like
latest
that
ones. Huh? No, people
Oh,
really
no.
didn't like that one.
What was the new one?
Payback.
Oh, okay.
was
What was the
Payback?
one before that?
Just Need for Speed. It was a soft reboot.
Okay, that's the one I.
Okay.
There was one where you were like racing across the country. I can't remember what it's called.
You're not thinking of Forza Horizon now, are you?
No. It's very much like I can't remember what it's called. But it's not good at least. Which
Okay.
is very similar to like a Fast and Furious kind of thing where you're like stealing cars and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I remember at least seeing it
Yeah.
at E3. No idea.
Most Wanted?
No.
Most Wanted is a lot older though, isn't it?
2012.
No, that might be it then.
No, it's not Most Wanted.
Hot Pursuit.
Or the Run?
The Run.
The Run. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. It's like throw out random racing names until we land on it.
I mean,
I haven't. Yeah.
Most Wanted, Rivals weren't too bad. Hot Pursuit was awesome, I must say. And I mean, it's kind of been hit and miss. What I do want is a Pro Street remake. Come on. I can't find that game anywhere. I really loved Pro Street, and I want to redo it.
I liked Underground. Was that what it was called, right? Need for Speed?
Underground was one of them. Yeah.
Underground or Undercover.
I think it was Underground. It was our PS2 game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
I don't know. It's like after experiencing Forza Horizon 4 is the only one I played. It's like it's so much more fun of a game than Payback was Need for Speed. I mean, I understand they're not from the same dev or anything, but they're still part of the same genre. Yeah. So.
Am I going to get yelled at if I say that I preferred 3 to 4?
No.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I haven't played 3.
And it's got nothing to do with the country.
Okay.
Mind you.
Oh, okay.
Just FYI. I found 4 to be a little bit too kind of open as far as there weren't enough events per area, in a sense. So you were kind of... And it wasn't really, like, there weren't that many changes in scenery and whatnot. But
Alright.
whatever. No, yeah.
I will say, though, that I have been rewatching Initial D a little bit, and now all I want is, like, a Forza game or a Need for Speed game where it's, like, it's about... Oh. All right, well...
Bye, Andrew.
Bye, Andrew.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Oh.
You want a... What?
Anyway, it's like, I've been rewatching Initial D. Oh, there he is. Hello?
He's muted and he's got his camera up. There was
Doing well.
Oh, Need for Speed Shift.
Hello.
That's the one.
Okay.
Have you played Shift?
No,
Or
I
Shift
haven't.
2?
I haven't.
Yeah, you should play them. They're like track racing, but it's more like drifting and very much kind of more realistic. Like you're in the cockpit and it's kind of camera changing and whiplash and all that kind of stuff when you get hit. So
Okay. But yeah, what I was gonna say was like I just want a Need for Speed game or a Forza game that's like about like 90s Japanese street racing or something now. That's all I want.
Well, in Pro Street, you had what's his face? Can't remember what his name was. He was a Japanese racer. So there you go.
Okay, fair enough.
Perfect.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like that was the wrong button that time. Hello?
Dude, I like.
Hey.
What are you doing?
I had to sneeze, so I muted myself and it crashed. And then I unmuted it and it crashed again.
Oh,
Doesn't
no.
like your germs.
I don't know.
You're
Trying
infecting your PC with a virus.
Yeah, I think I need RAM. Some
It's just Discord being Discord, honestly. It's okay.
maybe.
Yeah. So, Andrew, what would be your ideal location or setting or like era for a Need for Speed or Forza game?
Oh, well, those are so different, right?
Yeah, or just racing game,
just-
I guess. You know.
I just want an American. I want an American truck simulator, but across the whole United States. That's what I want. None of this California, Nevada stuff. None of this Euro truck driver. Give me the open road, man. That's what I want.
That's pretty good.
15-hour drives. Just
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Make me like do some trucker math and stuff while I'm playing the game. Get real meta.
Okay. Fired? No.
No. Man, for like Horizon, well, I want to see like maybe like a South America something.
That'd be
I don't know
interesting.
how open the roads are down there, so I don't know what to do.
Okay.
But that would be kind of cool.
Like Spain has some really good roads as well.
Yeah.
Like as far as like twisty kind of mountainous roads.
Mhm.
I only know that Pure Top Gear, mind you.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be good to see. We haven't really seen a game set anywhere else apart from England, Australia, and America. That's kind of
Someone-
it.
English-speaking countries.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
True.
Where's the fun of that?
Or like, and then for like a Need for Speed, I could do like go for London one. That's probably already happened.
You could do like a whole Europe Need for Speed because England and all that are connected now with tunnels and whatnot. So
All right. Reasonable. Sadly, though, I think it's like the way that Payback ended. The Need for Speed game this year will be a sequel to that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which honestly kind of sucks because it's bad. Like the story is just so garbage and bad, and it's just like it's very cringy, to be honest. Like the story.
Is that the one that has live action stuff in it?
No, that was the 2015 one.
Okay, just double check.
Yeah. Which is even
remind me
cringier,
not
by
to
the
play
way.
that.
Which is even cringier,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah.
What was like that old like 90s horror game that used like live action? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Night Trap?
Maybe? Hold on,
Is
let
that the one where you're like? Is the one where you're like saving women in a mansion?
I think so. Yes, it is Night Trap. You got it. Exactly that. Yeah, it was like I kept getting reminded of that every time I saw a cutscene in that game.
Yeah, good thing. You know that game got re-released.
Did it?
You can play it on PS4 now. I don't know about
Oh
Steam.
no.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay. I know what I'm doing tonight. Okay. All right. So, Andrew, let's talk about another
Yes.
company that's kind of getting heat from some people. THQ. What happened
Yes.
to them?
Ooh.
Where did they go wrong?
Over this weekend, THQ Nordic, they actually gave everyone a lesson in PR and what not to do.
Okay.
So, if you're an aspiring PR person, don't follow THQ Nordic. But basically, I had never heard of this website before, but 8chan.
You've
which
heard of
is-
4chan, right?
I've heard of 4chan, yes.
Okay.
And apparently 8chan or Infinity Chan, I'm not sure how.
It's 8.
It-
It's 8.
Is it 8? Okay.
Have you heard of 2chan?
Um,
Really quick.
I have, yes.
Okay.
Dude, well, the only reason I've heard of 2chan is because of this Google search thing I did here
Oh, okay.
earlier.
So 2chan
Um,
was a Japanese image sharing board, sort of like 4chan, but less disgusting.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yes, from what I understand, the higher you go in the numbers, the worse it gets.
You know, I still think 4chan is definitely the worst out of
Oh,
like
really?
2, 4, and 8. But it's just like 8 has this weird superiority complex to it, and that's pretty much the difference.
Okay, because my very quick Google search on 8chan is that it's not even listed by Google because Google
Oh, I
is
haven't.
blacklisted.
Okay, this is okay. This is like 2014 information I'm giving you. So
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So 8chan, which has been blacklisted by many search engines,
Okay.
due to their basically their non-policing of things like child pornography
Oh. Okay.
and stuff like that. So they're not a family-friendly website at all. It's a website that's been blacklisted, like I said, and basically kind of, you know what I mean. Like I don't have to go into detail on it.
Yeah, it's like,
But,
4chan has had its issues over the years also, but they've stepped up. They've policed it. They're certainly not blacklisted, I don't think. I'm sure you could Google 4chan and be okay. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. So I never heard of it, so I Googled it and nothing came up, but the Wikipedia page came up, so you could actually read about it there a little bit.
Okay.
Without having to mess up your history. But yeah, so THQ Nordic decided that they were going to do an AMA on 8chan. And this is a direct quote from Polygon, the infamous message board that's a hotbed for harassment, racism, child pornography, and other hate content. But yeah, so I think they were also a big thing with Gamergate as well. I'm not quite sure.
I thought that was more of a 4chan thing, though.
Was it? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they're all kind of related.
Yeah.
But they were like, hey, we're doing an 8chan AMA, and we have no idea why. Come join us. That was a official tweet.
They started off well.
Yeah, and I think they did some of it. And people were kind of got at them like, why are you doing this? Like, why would you do this? And it was, let's see here. There's two people who are doing it. Let's see if I can find their name. Okay, so the PR and marketing director Philip Brock and business and product development director Reinhard Paulus were answering users' questions. And yeah, they went on there and they did some weird stuff.
Okay.
Like there was a person who, I don't know if I really want to read it because it's just so asinine. So
Do we need to do
ridiculous.
viewer discretion advised or?
I mean, it's nothing. There's no bad stuff, but basically, this guy with a picture of some he was just like, hey, oh god, I'm gonna read this quote. I'm gonna laugh because it's so stupid. He had a picture, and he was like, can't read this without laughing. Where the big titties, lawless at lawless? I don't know.
Lollies.
Yeah. At, and attached a drawing of anime women with gigantic boobs and all that stuff. And Brock replied, and he was like, "You got them, we'd say already. You got them already, we'd say." That was the marketing, the head marketing guy's response to that. What? And then he goes on to say, I personally agreed to this AMA without doing my proper due diligence to understand the history and controversy of this website. And it was I Googled this thing, and in 2 seconds, I read that they were blacklisted from Google. Well, maybe he Googled them and couldn't find them, so he thought they were a small website. I don't know.
Well, okay, so it's one of those things where it's to speak to that logic just a little bit. It's people have definitely heard of 4chan and all of the bad stuff that has probably happened over the years and everything. So you see this website called 8chan, right? And you might not have heard of it, so you might imagine that's been free from controversy. But oh no. Yeah.
And there's just weird stuff on this thing, and I get it. He's a higher up, right? Maybe he's not tuned in with the video game scene actually. Who knows?
Okay.
Executives are executives.
Okay.
Maybe somewhere he's not the biggest person. He doesn't play games. He doesn't understand a lot of the culture on the internet. I don't know. That's me giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Like I said, a quick Google search will give you enough information to be never mind, I don't want to be on this website ever again. Yeah, and he was it's his idea. This guy who's the head of, it's just insane. And the thread is still live over there. I don't know how to get there exactly. I'm not gonna link it or anything.
Yeah.
But it exists. I don't know all the answers he did on there, but they definitely answered stuff. So
Okay.
dude, I don't know. It's just, and he even said oh, this wasn't for, where was it? This is my idea alone. I was overwhelmed by the time. This was not, I'm terribly sorry for the short-sightedness of my decision. Blah, blah, blah. This was not about being edgy. This blew up and I very much regret to have done it in the first place.
Oof.
So
Yeah, and it's not even an apology for like being like, just an apology like, oh, sorry we did this. Not even like, oh, whoops, that's like, this website sucks. Like, they're just like, oh, sorry we didn't know about this bad website. That's your job to know about the bad website and not post on it.
I know.
Like, literally PR. You need to save image, and then you're just, oh my gosh. I don't know.
I almost
just
feel,
thought it was Oh, no, go ahead.
okay. I almost feel like he had this idea well hammered or something, or like under the intoxication of something. It's like, dude, we should totally. So he called like his buddy or something, who's like the business dude or whatever. He's like, dude, we should totally do an AMA. I found this great website. It's called 8chan. They seem like a really great community. Okay.
So from what I understand, he tweeted out, he's like, oh, we were reached out in a very polite manner and asked to do this AMA. So we responded with a yes, because they were so polite.
Oh, that sounds like an op then. That honestly does. That sounds like an op.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
But still, I don't think it excuses anybody.
No, it doesn't. I'm just saying. It's like, it seems like that was orchestrated by Anon on 8chan.
I don't think THQ Nordic does this big target. Like, what do they even do? They don't even do anything bad. They don't even do anything good.
Well, they did Metro.
It's very mediocre. Well, yeah, even that's like a mediocre product, I feel like.
Hey,
It was the best game of February.
Not if you count Ace Combat 7 on PC.
I'm giving it to Apex Legends.
Well, Apex Legends doesn't count. It's free to play.
Why not?
Oh, come on. It's still a game. It's still a game.
It's like the guy who came out and was like, oh, Netflix can't be nominated for Oscars because it doesn't go to theaters. Like, it's free to play.
True. You get a 14-day trial. You can't do that. I don't know. Why?
I can't believe I'm about to like promote or direct traffic to Reddit, but like literally there's an official subreddit on Reddit for stuff like this. It's r/IAMA, and it's like you can set it up with Reddit themselves to do it and everything, and they'll help you curate the questions being funneled to you so they stay on topic and everything. So you don't have to respond to someone presenting you with anime titties. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, and like you can't even be excused. Like, we don't know what we were doing. Like, dude, you responded to this like anime titty post. Like, ugh.
Do you think this would have been better if they did an AMA on 4chan though? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not a 4chan frequenter, so.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, your gaming channel, your gaming developer, your gaming publisher. Gee, I don't know. What's the next most logical thing? Maybe have it on a gaming website or a gaming forum.
Right.
Ooh, it's not rocket science, dude.
Well, I mean, okay. There are boards on the Chan websites that are for specific topics and everything. This is consistent across all of them.
I mean, if he had done his research, he might know what happened. Like, I mean, even Reddit. Reddit would have been a perfect place to have this.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder.
Yeah.
Like
I said, they reached out to him, so that, he was trying to set an opportunity up for him.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out whether or not they even got the correct category of message board correct for their AMA. Like they should have been on the video game board for it.
There's a safer version, I think, on Reddit that people were talking about.
Okay.
So there's a chance to go on like that website and find a different thread about it. If you're interested in looking into it more. But yeah, it's just wild at this day and age that someone could not, like, especially someone who's in PR, like, dude, this is a website that's blacklisted from Google, the biggest search engine site out there. Crazy.
Yeah. Okay, I did check. They did it on the correct board. On the correct board of 8chan, so they at least got that right. They got that.
Cool.
Right. Yeah. Oh wow! All right, so when is Troj doing an AMA on 4chan? That's the next logical thing to do, right?
Next week. No.
All right. Stay tuned.
Today.
We're stepping up. We're going to 12chan.
Does that exist?
Does that exist?
No, I hope not, because the numbers are correct.
What about 16?
Yeah, we're bad.
This is a really dangerous looking captcha. I don't want to do that.
Okay. No one ignore me. Edit
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah, don't do that.
Edit that out.
I should have VM'd that. That was bad. My computer has some unspeakable disease
It
now.
just blows up.
All right. So, Anthony, maybe a better decision from some game developers now. How about it?
If I can find this.
Okay.
Okay, so apparently this broke today. Dead Space and Call of Duty creative director forms new independent team, Ascendant Studios. So all of the kind of disappointment and all that kind of stuff about Dead Space 4 not coming out and all that kind of stuff, we might see a mix of a Call of Duty / Dead Space game.
Is this the guy from Sledgehammer?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Is wait a second. Brett Robbins, former creative director of Call of Duty. The studio is comprised of industry veterans from prominent developers with the aim to create AAA titles with uncompromising quality, the press release added. This story that I'm reading just goes on to say about his previous history. He's previously worked for EA, and obviously he's worked for Sledgehammer and worked on Call of Duty and whatnot.
Yeah.
Prior to his time at Activision, Robbins served a 7-year tenure at EA, holding a senior creative role on hits including The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, which was honoured with the international blah, blah, blah. And then it's got a kind of quote from him. And he went on to say, "This is a dream I've had for years, and I'm so excited to finally have the opportunity to start a brand new studio. Our focus is on making high-quality original games. We are in a rare position where we have the freedom to do things the right way without outside pressure and make something that is truly new and exciting. The team we are assembling is fantastic and already feels like a family." And then it goes on to say that joining Robbins in his venture, the Ascendant Studios founding team consists of creative talent that has contributed to some of the most critically acclaimed and commercially successful game franchises, maybe some people from Telltale perhaps, we don't know, of the times including Call of Duty, The Walking Dead, Dead Space, and each member of the leadership team has more than a decade of industry experience representing cinematic, technical design, art, and storytelling disciplines. Now, the people funding this studio is backed by notable entrepreneur and philanthropist Brian Sheth. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Sheth. Sheth is the co-founder and president of Vista Equity Partners, the top US private equity software inventor of the past decade. Vista's portfolio, with over 60,000 employees and more than 14 billion in revenue, ranks at the fourth largest enterprise software company in the world. So they got some good backing at least.
Okay.
And the dude went on, Brian Sheth, went on to say, "I'm thrilled to have our initial investment backed by Brian, who has been so supportive of the team and has a history of supporting founders and CEOs with a vision. He brings a huge amount of experience, best practices and leadership to us. He has given us the creative freedom to make games that we think players will love. He clearly wants to build and empower a winning team and deliver innovative content to a global audience." And that is all there is on the Ascendant Studios. There's nothing else on who is joining the team or anything like that. It's just that it's being backed by that dude.
Well, they're certainly in the honeymoon period.
Yeah. They're still looking at getting funding from a couple of other places, and looking at, I believe they have a project in the works already, or something in mind at least. That could mean a drawing of whatever, I don't know, like a Metroid Prime 4 drawing, who would know?
No.
But do we think we might see like another Dead Space type game from them, or like a Call of Duty-ish Titanfall / Battlefield / Apex Legends? I don't know.
We'll hear from them again in 2 years.
Every FPS in the industry.
Man, I could use a new Dead Space style game, man. Those games are so good. Oh, at least 1 and 2 were.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure what exactly. It's all up to what they would want to create, you know. It's like they can go. They have experience from many different like games and like creative directions before, and that's like it's kind of hard to tell where they might go now, you know.
And it entirely depends who they're published through as well. If they go with EA or whatever,
It almost seems like, I don't know, it almost seems like they would have enough backing to self-publish.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, if they did a few, like, more heavy-hitting investors on board, they could easily self-publish. So.
Yeah, I mean, if they've got a decent team, I mean, we could probably definitely see some Telltale people coming on with them, maybe like a couple of creative directors or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. We might see something RPG-ish, maybe something that they haven't done before, which could be cool to see, like a first-person RPG or something. I don't know.
Reasonable.
Yeah. Do we think we'll see? I mean, it's probably too early to say, but we might see something from E3, I guess, maybe, or at least see them like say, "Hey, we're a studio. We're doing things."
Could see like one of the things would be like Microsoft buying them and be like, "Hey, we got these guys to do a game for us."
I think they're already a little
Microsoft-
bit too large and independent for that. You know?
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Scalebound 2 is in production. Oh no, wait, we cancelled it.
Oh, Dead Space 4. We bought the rights from EA.
Yeah.
This is it.
I don't know, whatever they put out, it will probably be it'll probably be as unique as Death Stranding is.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
you reckon?
Yeah, because I think that's gonna be it's like as we get out of this last like console generation and everything, it's like the thing that's gonna really set people apart is gonna be like really unique or abstract games or concepts and everything. So I think it's kind of like it's gonna be the way of the newly founded studios. Is like they're gonna have this really unique, interesting game, you know?
I mean, it'd probably be a good idea if they kind of kept it FPS related for their first game, because they've had so much experience. Like, he's worked on Advanced Warfare and World War II, and also Black Ops 3 as well, and Black Ops 2. So, I mean, if they kept it something FPS-y, then, I mean, they're probably not going to go wrong in that department, because they've got so much talent there. So, and apparently a couple of other Call of Duty people have come over to the studio as well.
Okay.
So
I lost a little bit of what you said. Did you? Yeah, he said it's an original IP. And
Yep.
It's okay. And it's a world that we're building. So it's directly from him as well. So something new.
Oh boy.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then how about Atlas, game
Atlas,
studio that's
yes.
more well known.
yeah, so this is more of a little kind of news story, I guess you could say. So Atlas are people behind the Persona series. They have actually done 3 polls. They did one last weat on Twitter, I believe.
Okay.
And they did one also like mid last year as well. But they've just put out another poll with around 30 or so questions, just like how you prefer to game in a sense.
Okay.
And sneaky like in one of those questions is relating to where do you prefer to play your Persona games, and the question is no, I can't find it. Basically saying, do you want to play your future Persona games on on consoles, on a handheld console, i.e. Switch, 3DS or whatever, or on like big screen or VR or something like that. And apparently there is a resounding number of people who are saying that they want to see it on Switch. So this may mean that we might see a Persona 5 or Persona 6 on Switch.
Oh, we're going to see Persona 4 and 5 on Switch later this year. There's no doubt in my mind, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
That game was a Sony exclusive, right?
Yeah, it was PS4 exclusive.
Okay.
Where was the question? I'm trying to find the question exactly. It's quite a large article just discussing about Atlas in general, but I can't seem to find it.
Okay. So...
I mean, I definitely see it coming to Switch. I also see it coming to PlayStation.
Right.
I don't think you can release one of those without putting it on
here we go.
Sony console.
Okay.
So the following quiz asks whether you'd like to see Atlas focus on completely new games, large-scale numbered games of established series like Shin Megami Tensei 5, spin-off games from established franchises like Persona, remakes of past games, ports or remasters, blah blah blah. We're also asked if we'd like to completely see new IPs from Shin Megami Tensei's team, a completely new Vanillaware IP and a completely new IP by Studio Zero, a completely new IP by the Etrian Odyssey team, or one from the Persona team in general.
Atlas is a surprisingly large studio.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
You do a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
I am trying to see if I can find the actual quiz itself. And it's in Japanese, hooray.
All right, so we're not going to read the questions verbatim there, but I think we kind of got the idea. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony?
You're cutting out a bit, Taylor.
I mean, so are you.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
Okay, I don't know. And anyway, it's just Discord being Discord, right? And so...
Yeah.
All right, this is one hell of like a marketing probe that's really hard to get a read on. Like there are so many different ways you could read this. Like one way is they have a lot of projects early in development and they want to see which one to dedicate more like resources and time towards. Or I mean clearly they have a direction and everything, you know, companies have to consistently have like business models and directions and everything. So maybe they're saying how decisions that they've already made are going to fare with the community.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a few different ways
so
you take that.
I actually found it's an Atlas player survey. And it's basically asking like what is your highest education degree, what is your current employment status, which gaming equipment do you own? What new gaming equipment do you plan to purchase? Which of your preferred consoles and PC game? Which are your preferred consoles and PC gaming genres? Choose up to 5, and it goes on. And
Social security number.
Credit card number.
Credit card number, the 3 digits on the batch,
Yeah.
and where you lived.
Exactly.
They should have like voiceover Pete do one of those for Atlas or something. You know.
And oh yeah, they got the 3DS.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Yeah. I would almost vote for it. So I want to see like ports or remasters, just so that another Trauma Center game could like come to Switch or something, you know, or like to get a Trauma Center game. But that's just me. Persona 6 would be fun too.
I don't. Those take a long time in between, don't they? Usually.
Yes, they do. And it's like they're like 90 to 120 hour experiences though. If you're looking to experience Persona 5 like without like the 90-hour commitment, there's a 24 episode anime that finished last year called Persona 5 the animation. So watch that. It goes through most of the story elements of the game.
It's a US only.
What?
That's unfair. I'm gonna say I live in Colorado, whatever. Or not. Okay, it doesn't let me. Cool.
All right, never mind.
Damn it.
All right. So, Andrew, what's your take on that? What do you think Atlas is going to be leaning towards?
Yeah, I mean, they're clearly like a pretty big Japanese developer, so I don't know. Like, I don't play a lot of JRPGs. But Persona, what came out last year?
Oh, 2016, I think.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
That long ago?
Hold on.
It feels like it was year. Jeez,
I know.
2 years ago. But
let's see. Persona 5 released in Japan on September 2016, worldwide 2017 April.
Okay, 2017. So yeah, almost about what 2 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah, it would
have been 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't know Shin Megami Tensei very well. I've heard of the name.
That's the Japanese name for
Persona,
that's for what I'm picking up on. Because I pulled up the Wikipedia on Persona 5 for the release date, and one of the sentences says, the game went on to ship 2 million copies worldwide by the end of 2017, making it the best-selling entry in the overall Megami Tensei franchise.
Okay, so I know they do like the weird little dancing all night games and
hold on.
Stuff.
The top introduction, or like the top paragraph, says it better. Persona 5 is a role-playing video game developed by Atlas. The game is chronologically the 6th installment in the Persona series, which is part of the larger Megami Tensei franchise.
It's kind of what I thought. There's like a bigger to it. But yeah, I don't know. Atlas is doing their thing, kind of becoming this little cult, the cult hits, when they put them out. So I have no idea what they're gonna do. Do they even have anything like on the books, like ready to go or like coming out?
No, I was gonna ask, or at least not that I know of, but it's like I was gonna ask, are they gonna even hit like a major release before the end of the console cycle here?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. Atlas public.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
please.
on the air research.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do this poll as quickly as possible, but it keeps not letting me.
Okay.
Do you pre-order games? No. Which of these statements best describes your purchase decision based on price? Okay.
No, it doesn't look like there's like a major upcoming release that's like new or like significant or anything. There's a Persona spin-off. Okay.
Mhm.
Is
There's
that Persona Q?
that's Persona Q2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Q came out for the 3DS a while back.
Yeah. There's Catherine Full Body, which I'm excited for, by the way.
Right.
But and then there's 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Yeah, that's Rim. And that seems exceedingly Japanese, but it is a Met game. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like it's very, very early in development. They have no idea what platform it's going to be on, and they don't even have a genre listing on the website. No release date, of course. So, yeah. I don't think I've seen anything about that game.
Golly, this is insane.
Which
factors most affect your decision to purchase a new game?
I could go for. Apparently, they publish Snowboard Kids, so I could go for a new Snowboard
Ooh.
Kids.
Okay.
Give me one of those guys.
People like gaming communities, I guess.
Huh.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, it seems like Atlas is going to have a decent chunk of time before any next major release. So.
Yeah, and then they also have the fighting games they do occasionally.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're gonna do like the a fighting game version with like Persona 6.
Yeah.
They did one with 5, right?
Yeah, they did. They did Dancing
Yeah.
with Starlight for Persona 5.
Yeah.
Right, but they also had what was that fighting game? It's Persona 4 Arena. So Persona 4 fighting game. Maybe they can put out like a Persona 5 and 6 fighting game. I don't know.
Maybe.
But oh boy. So yeah, I don't know. That'd be cool. I go. I don't really like those fighting games very much, but I enjoy watching them.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough.
Oh, this brought me some news. Speaking of fighting games, can I transition here to a little fighting game news? Unless you guys.
Is it about DOA 6?
No.
Okay.
Well, there's a couple things. You want to talk about DOA 6 and how ridiculous their season pass is? We can talk about that.
I was going to refer to that, and I was also going to refer to. Did you see like the Evo Japan controversy last week?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, we talked about that on the podcast last week. But okay, no, just go ahead and bring in what you're going to bring in.
Yeah. So speaking of fighting games, Evo 2019 announced its lineup, the biggest fighting game tournament usually a year.
Okay.
And they left off, or I don't know if you want to say left off, but excluded is Super Smash Bros. Melee, which is a big deal to those Melee players.
Let it die.
Yeah, they decided that Smash Ultimate's going to be the game this year. We're not going to put in two Smash Brothers games, so it was interesting to see that and see the reactions of those folks. Yeah.
Are they as bad as I'm imagining? The reactions?
There's lots of reactions that are not great. There are reactions that are tempered. There are reactions all over the place, right?
Okay.
Obviously, salty people get salty.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. I mean, who knows? And like, they put in like some really obscure titles that not people ought to play, like Eunice, Under Night. Birth by Sleep, I think is what it's called. It's like an anime fighting game. That game made the lineup.
That knocked it off, didn't it?
I mean, it depends what you want to call it. They also have 2 games that aren't even released on there, like Mortal Kombat 11 and the new Samurai Showdown, which is also not out.
Okay.
Those are also part of the lineup.
Those are.
So it's. Yeah, we don't know about those games. Assuming they're going to be okay. Yes, I mean, we don't know yet, but hopefully they'll be fine. And hopefully there's a decent install base there. I mean, new game fighting games are always exciting to learn.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see some of these lesser known things get a spot. Like Samurai Showdown. It's good. Maybe that'll make it. So Samurai Showdown was an old Super Nintendo or arcade and Super Nintendo. That they had like 5 of them, a lot of them back then. Fighting game heyday. So yeah, it's exciting for that reboot to come, and then of course Mortal Kombat 11 will be fun to watch. It's always funny. it's always funny seeing like people get fatality on, and they just get
Yeah.
so salty as you're watching them like. Or like it's actually very common if they know they're gonna lose in like the injustice, like they'll pause the game and just go to character select because that's how salty they get sometimes.
Wow. Okay.
Because it's faster to do that than like sit there watch
Wait
the
5
fatality
seconds.
and then the reload and everything. Some people get really salty. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
But
right.
yeah, that's a little fighting game in it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So, okay, so going back to Atlas, though, I think you kind of put it best, Andrew, where they're almost like a cult, so to speak, you know? It's just like Persona 5, it's like I heard so much about Persona 5 and everything, then, I was kind of into it when it came out and whatnot. It was just like, it only shipped like 2 million worldwide. That's on the lower side, you know? But
It's
then
also an exclusive, but
right,
yeah.
and then it seems like Atlas, it has such like a large studio themselves. It seems like they have many different teams. So,
Yeah, well, do you mean Persona 6 or 5?
I mean 5, yeah.
Okay, 5, okay.
Yeah, because like Persona 5 only shipped 2 million worldwide on Wikipedia there when I had it pulled up.
What console was that?
PS4.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Persona 6 was the PS4 one.
Persona 6 hasn't come out yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so confused.
Wasn't it Persona 5 and then Persona Q?
Okay,
Okay.
I was at number above. I thought we
Okay.
were at 6.
No, okay.
Technically, we're at 7.
But yeah, they
don't
make a really diverse array of games also. Like they have Trauma Center, which is anime surgeon simulator. And then
Is that on PC?
No, it's not, but it's super easy to emulate with a DS emulator, especially if you hook your mouse up to be the touch input. And so,
That's illegal.
assuming you own the game and the DS also, but it's fine.
You don't condone emulators. Go on record.
But we 100% condone Soldier Boy.
Wait, what? No, we
His
don't.
mu-
No, we don't.
only his music. Only his.
Sarcasm. No, we
Oh,
don't.
I
even
like-
condone that.
Okay. Wait, you don't want to? Wait, you mean COG doesn't condone Superman? That hoe? No, we don't condone that. Okay.
Nah.
All right.
If anybody listens to it, fine.
New podcast intro
Just
written by Soldier Boy exclusive.
All right. So yeah, it looks like Atlas has some stuff eventually. Looks like they're trying to figure out the best path forward. They could have a lot of stuff early in development, looking which one would go over the best. So stay tuned next console generation for next big things out of them. All right. So looking at some leaks here, the Codex.network has published some Assassin's Creed leaks. So these are for an allegedly titled game called Assassin's Creed Legion, and it's leaked, rumored to be released in 2020. It's going to take place in the Roman Empire era of history, so about 1,000 years before Ezio would have been running around and whatnot in Rome. And so yeah, it's going to be allegedly of similar format to both Origins and Odyssey, and it will kind of capstone what Ubisoft is internally calling the Ancient Trilogy for the Assassin's Creed franchise. So it's basically going to be what we've done with Origins and Odyssey, but in Ancient Rome. And the little bit of story details we have is that you're going to be able to select the gender of your character again, so there will be a male and female character, as well as it's going to deal a lot with the first civilization. So hopefully you like that.
Yes, I do want to. This is interesting. I just happened to see. According to that leak, this person says this year the Watch Dogs 3. And Watch Dogs 3 will be set in London.
Ooh, okay.
So that's part of this leak. But yeah.
Okay, I missed that part. That's so
This is just on a reset era
Oh, okay.
post that was linking the original 4chan post.
Okay.
So lots of links going on here.
I mean, that would make sense though, right? Because like Origins came out in 2016, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Origins came out in 2016. Watch Dogs 2 came out in 2017, I believe, and
Yeah.
then and then Odyssey came out in 2018. So
In 2019 is
we'll
Watch
be
Dogs.
Watch Dogs 3, and then we'll get the Assassin's Creed Legion. However, one crucial piece of information is that Jason Schreier, the person who's probably in the know about this sort of thing. The leak from Codex about Assassin's Creed Legion got tweeted to him, and he replied to the tweet saying, "I don't think so." So maybe that's just his best speculative guess as to where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, I have to put it out there. My partner works for Ubisoft. I do not know anything about this.
She's very tight-lipped.
Sure.
Do not ask me any questions. I have no idea. I will never be told any.
Tweet at him.
Do not. Yeah.
Leave me alone. I have no idea.
Fair enough.
Yes, as she has her name in credits of last Assassin's Creed game, but I have not been told anything, nor will I ever be told anything.
Fair enough. I will say, I want to add this. I will say it will be very interesting, because like I actually absolutely love the Ezio franchise from Assassin's Creed, and so it's like I will say it'll be really cool to go back to Rome eventually, if this leak turns out to be true.
Well, this one seems to be more like Roman, like not.
I know this is
different.
more like ancient Rome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is more of like
Isn't that what Odyssey just did?
They did Greece.
That was
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Greece during
well,
the Peloponnesian War era, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, and then, although I think I brought this up when Odyssey got leaked or something, but I remember it was either in Origins. Yeah, it would have had to have been Origins at the time. There was like this series of 3 symbols that like seemingly indicated where the franchise was going that could be found in Origins. So, you know, the first was like a representation of Ra, the sun god from Egypt. And then right after it was like, I think it was like a Greek Omega letter or something like that. It was something that indicated being Greek. But then the third one was like a Shinto shrine looking thing. So that would almost say Japan. So maybe this is, I remember on the episode I tried searching for it, but I could never find it. But I swear I've seen the image. Okay, and maybe this could just be my desire for wanting a feudal Japan Assassin's Creed. But yeah, it's like.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, Jason Schreier's thing saying it's like I don't think so. Oh, maybe it's not going to be Roman. You know what? Japan, right?
Also, they did you say that there was a picture attached to this leak?
For Assassin's Creed Legion?
Yeah.
No.
It's a very blurry picture of what looks like an eagle and some Roman architecture with like columns and such.
Yeah.
There's also some text down there. It looks like it says Legion, and it's all blurry. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like some leaked concept art.
Yeah, so that is a thing that exists. I don't know how. Yeah, like we don't know if it's even from this alleged game, or if it's just, who knows?
And I mean,
a DLC for a different game or whatever.
And I mean, that's a picture of a monitor as he's walking past it. Like that's the quality of picture, you know?
Exactly. That is, yeah. You can see the scan lines. Like it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Refresh rate, whatever.
Yeah.
But yes. So who knows? This is interesting, though. I guess. I mean, Ubisoft seems to be leaking all the time. So I don't know, right? Like, because it leaks so often that like maybe we believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Assassin's Creed is. Did you two guys play Odyssey at all?
No, I've not very, like 2 months ago gotten into Origins and have finished it. I haven't finished Ace Combat 7, haven't finished so much stuff.
How have you not finished Ace Combat 7 yet?
Because reasons.
Apex Legends. You had time before. You had time to beat Assassin's Creed 7 before Apex Legends.
I don't care. I haven't done it.
Okay.
So, I mean, our Odyssey was a little bit iffy for me. It was kind of the whole something that didn't really catch my eye, in a sense. But Origins is something that I always wanted to play, and I'm kind of enjoying it. Like it's solid. It's a very solid game, albeit my specs don't really hold up. But anyway, if you need CPU one of these days. But yeah, never got around to playing Odyssey. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, this leak came from 4chan.
Yes.
The Legion leak came from 4chan. I missed that part of the opening paragraph. Okay.
Yeah, it's totally true then.
I don't know. Sometimes Fortune has been pretty spot on.
And we saw those leaks about, we talked about it a little earlier, the whole Apex Legends leaks that people just brushed off.
Did they come from 4chan or?
No, that was on Reddit.
I just read it,
okay.
but
Yeah.
similar.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because we're getting the Assassin's Creed 3 remake this May.
Mm-hmm.
So I almost wonder if that picture of like the Roman architecture beneath the cathedral and whatnot, I almost wonder if that's a remake of one of the Ezio games.
Possible.
Well,
I
they've
don't
already
know.
done a remake though. They've already done a HD
Have they?
Yeah, they did a trilogy for Xbox and PlayStation 4 and PC, I believe. The Ezio trilogy.
Oh, I thought that was for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there goes that idea.
Oh, never mind then. All right. Well, screw that. I'm still just forever hoping for a game set in feudal Japan.
Yeah,
could-
that's
Sounds pretty-
They
that's the
haven't
one.
remade the first one, have they?
No.
no.
But
I
there's
don't think they ever will.
But there's no way that this isn't like Syrian architecture though. Like this isn't.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. This is very Roman in the picture.
Yeah. Call it
Makes
such.
sense. Mm.
So would you guys play it in ancient Rome?
No.
No. Okay. Were you?
No,
I mean, Italy has less water than Greece.
True. I didn't dislike the boat part though.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't like how. I just don't like how it feels. Really, I don't know.
Same.
Oh, okay.
Same.
I think they need an overhaul in general, or maybe an interesting setting would help, like feudal Japan. Or
I mean, that's what.
just something.
I mean, that's what the ancient trilogy, as Ubisoft apparently calls it, is.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
is like it was the big overhaul of gameplay, and then it seems like if they're just doing these in segments of 3, it looks like by the time the next entry in Assassin's Creed will roll around after supposedly Legion, then it would be
Sure.
a significant overhaul like we saw going into Origins.
Right. So they had Origin, and then last year, and then the upcoming. Yeah, I could see it taking place probably in that general area. Interesting. Yeah.
I've been sitting on Origins way too long. I need to actually play it.
Yeah.
Have you played it at all?
I've played like 2 or 3 hours of it, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I only played like 2 or 3 hours of Odyssey. I didn't really give it my
Get into
time,
it, yeah.
Okay.
but I just don't. I don't know.
That's why I kind of enjoyed Assassin's Creed 3, because it was different to the whole Brotherhood and all that. Yes and no, nobody likes
I
it.
think you're like the one person in the world who likes Assassin's Creed 3.
Well, apparently not. They're redoing it for the Switch. Also, Andrew, you're muted for some reason. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to see it back in Rome. I don't want to see it kind of... I mean, Origins is good because it's open and it's kind of, you can go deserty, you can go here, you can go there. But I really don't want to see it back in Rome or Italy or anything really like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just. I don't
It's
know.
same formula. Redo it, do it differently.
A little bit. Yeah.
Oh, it's one
That's
of those...
why.
Sorry, Taylor.
No, it's fine.
It's why-
It's definitely a series of games where it's like, it's really only carried by its writing, you know? Because it's like, there's only so much you can really go with the gameplay they have.
Well, dude, I heard the ending of this last one, and it's bonkers. So.
Okay. I'm not
Yeah.
saying necessarily the writing is good, and I'm just saying it's
Okay.
definitely like the type of game where it's like it has to be carried by its writing.
Characters and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so. That's I think why I like Watch Dogs better, just because it's like, it's not super similar, but like, it is an Ubisoft open world.
Mhm.
But I just enjoy how getting around the city feels.
Yeah.
Combat, I like it better. But
I guess they allegedly take place in the same universe. Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Abstergo, that those people pop up in Watch Dogs,
Yeah.
but not necessarily do anything.
There was kind of a rumor going around that Watch Dogs was like the new Assassin's Creed, in a sense. Like, this guy was secretly an assassin.
Yeah, I
He
remember
was
that whole
doing
thing.
this, doing that.
I mean, yeah.
It never really panned out. So
I mean, considering what was the guy's name in the first one, Aiden Pierce is like the most like blank stone slate of a character ever.
He's very very boring.
Yeah.
yeah, It's just another. It's like those kind of games just reminds me of Saints Row. It's just another Saints Row game. Seems like, in a sense,
Well, I mean, Saints Row, the early Saints Row, or like the later Saints Row.
like Saints Row 3.
Okay, yeah.
I
You're
don't
not
know.
hitting people with like, you're not just not a button dedicated to like kicking them in the nuts. I'm pretty sure Saints Row 3 had.
They also had
Yeah, I guess.
the bat that was shaped like a phallic object.
Yeah, I was gonna
enlarged.
go there, and I went
Yeah.
to the other one instead.
I know.
But yes, it's yeah. I don't know. I enjoy the Watch Dogs. I didn't finish Watch Dogs 2, but I enjoyed it. So
Yeah, I
I'd
never
be down
finished
for
Watch
another.
Dogs 2 either.
It's just the disconnect for me was weird. Like, oh, we're these goofy kids, and then you're just murdering people. I'm like, what?
I think the most
I played that game.
I don't. Huh?
I played it now. I played it non-lethal. Like I was trying not to like,
Okay. Yeah.
and like that was like how I was playing that game.
Yeah. It was.
Felt right.
It was really bizarre that you could like shoot people.
Yes.
And at least in San Francisco, there, you know, it's like
Yeah, it's also a weird thing too, right? It feels. As someone who lives very close.
yeah. All right. So, well, I think that about wraps up all the gaming news that we have for you guys this week. So, Anthony, what games are coming out this next week?
I got some couple of decent ones, it seems, in a sense. So on March the 2nd, which is today, there you go, Taylor, your new favorite game, Riddled Corpses EX, is going to Switch today.
What?
Black Desert Online is coming to the Xbox One on March the 4th. What were you going to say?
Finally! Oh man, that game got announced years ago at E3 for Xbox One. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Left Alive. Okay, he's going to
That-
PC and PS4 on March the 5th.
I'll bring this up real quick. That game was like at E3. It's has like the art from the guy who did Metal Gear Solid. Like
Oh,
Art-
I know what you're talking about now. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's
I
this
just
month?
I was browsing the store and that came up and I was like, what? This
Oh.
game coming out?
Yoji
I looked up some-
Shinkawa, right? That dude? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I looked at the gameplay for it. It looks rough.
Oh, okay.
Great. You hype that up there and then it's
It looks like a PS2. Like
That
a
game
PS3
completely fell off my radar. Okay.
yeah.
For me.
Move or Die is going to PS4 on March the 5th. Beat Cop is going to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on March the 5th. Attack of the Earthlings is going to PS4 and Xbox One on March the 5th as well. The Occupation is going to PC, PS4, and Xbox One on March the 5th. Undead Horde PC on March the 6th. How the heck do you pronounce this? Ethereal or something. It's going to PC on March the 7th. Valley is going to Switch on March the 7th as well. Braveland Trilogy is going to Switch on March the 7th. TikTok, A Tale for Two is going to PC, Android, and iOS on March the 7th as well. Devil May Cry 5 is going to PC, PS4, and Xbox One on March the 8th.
Oh, that's this week.
Kirby.
Okay.
Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn is
Yes.
going to 3DS. 3DS, not Switch, on March the 8th. Double official launch is going to PC on March the 8th. I guess it was in early access before. Assault Android Cactus Plus is going to Switch on March the 8th, and that's it this week.
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Solid.
Gonna get the last one, definitely.
That game is actually kind of fun.
What?
Assault Android.
Oh,
Assault Android. Cactus? Yeah.
Assault
it's like
Android Cactus Plus.
It's like a dual twin stick shooter.
okay.
Okay.
Like bullet hell. It's actually a pretty good game.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for My Friend Pedro to come out.
Yeah, that game looks really cool.
That looks awesome.
I don't know.
Right.
I have really mixed feelings about just like Devolver in general and whatnot. You know.
Go look up Ape Out. You'll be like, yeah, never
Go
mind.
play
Okay.
Blinking. What's it? Can't remember what it's called. Great.
Okay.
Hotline Miami.
I played both. Yeah, I played both.
Well, come on. You'll enjoy it then.
Okay, fair enough. Wait, Devolver did Hotline Miami?
Yeah,
No.
that was like one of the
Wait,
first
did
ones.
they?
They published it. I don't know if they.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap up the show. Andrew, where can the good people find you on Twitter?
You guys can find me Twitter, Instagram at Dronsky, DRNSKI. I'm over there yelling at clouds, so hit me up.
Okay.
Okay.
Anthony, how about yourself?
I'm on Twitter. Don't really. Same Antman19. I'm mainly doing the site's social media stuff and whatnot. So if you're wanting to talk to me, then probably the best place to join is the community Discord.
Excellent. And then all three of us are on the community Discord. So, yeah, so hit us up there. And you can find me on Twitter at InfuriousEllecon. That is at INFERIUSELLECON. So, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll be back next week. Same time, same place. We hope to see you there. Have a good night, everyone.